friends, welcome back to my channel. So I have been kind of lagging on some of my DIYs this year, and so Halloween is fast approaching, so I decided that since I'm cleaning my craft room, as you can see it's a mess, I'm going to work on some things that I have out here. I am going to be looking through my stuff. I did take a lot of stuff to donation, but I do have some stuff here, and I'm just going to go through some of the stuff that I have here and create some DIYs, maybe something very simple, nothing very you know, big. So like this guy, for instance, here, I'm going to take this outside and see if I have any spray paint. I think I might have a pink, and I'm going to spray paint this pink. And then the top comes off really easily. It has these little, right here, if you can see these little slots, you just stick in like a little flathead and pop it off, and it comes right off. I'm thinking that I might spray paint this pink because I really don't care for this orange. And the black one, I like it just the way it is, like this. So I'm going to keep it black like this. So I'm just going to go ahead and see what I have and just create some little easy DIYs. So let's jump into this tutorial. So I was going through our stuff, and I don't have a pink, but we do have this color here. It's a red with glitter on there. I'm going to have hubby spray paint this for me. Yep, because he's already working on his Halloween stuff there. So I'm going to have him spray paint this for me. All right, so you guys can see there it is, just the wick. So this one is not good anymore. So I found another color. We're going to see if that one is good. Let's go see. This is the color that I found in the cabinet. All right, so here it is. It's all painted, and I love the way this came out, this color. I thought it was dry. So when I went to go check this, it was still a little tacky, and I didn't know. I went to go lift it, and you could see right there what I did, but I'm okay with that. Look at how pretty this color looks. Oh my goodness, I love it. It's got that like pinkish glittery color, and it's just stuff that we have around the house. So that's what I'm using, guys. It's just stuff that we have laying around here, or like right now that I'm cleaning my craft room, I'm finding all kinds of stuff. So now to put this back in, I tried to use the same flathead that I popped it out with, but it won't work. It actually broke one of the little teeth on here to hold on to this part here. So on this side, you can see it's fine, but I'm just going to use some hot glue and just glue it right here like that. And oh, and also, by the way, in the inside, it's still a little orange, and I told my husband to leave it that way because I want some of that orange to pop once I turn this on, the light. And anyway, so let me show you what I'm going to use for this lantern. I have right here some floral wire that from Dollar Tree, but as I was cleaning my stuff, I found pieces of, like, say this here, this little branch, a little piece of this branch here that I've had forever. Same thing with like this little flower and this flower here. I don't know if you guys can see right here. As you can see, it has the glue. I had used these in a witch hat that I did many years ago, and I guess I must have taken it all off when I took the witch hat apart, and I saved these pieces. So I'm going to reuse them. So what I'm going to do is basically a little swag for this lantern, and then I found a bunch of like scraps of ribbon that I have here, just, you know, a bunch of little scraps. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to push these leaves down like this, and I'm going to try to use this part here where you can see to attach, say like I'm going to use this flower and it has this stem. So I'm just going to put it all together like this, and then here's this one here, this rose here, and then I'm just going to see right there like that. I don't know if you guys can see, but I'm going to attach it right here, all the stems together in the center with the floral wire. There we go. So see, now they're attached on here. And then I'm just going to use, so I'm just trying to make, because it's going to go as a swag on here like this. And then basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a piece of pipe cleaner. Let me move that to the side. And then I have these pieces of ribbon that are already like pre-cut. I don't know what size they are, but you know, I can use these to just basically make something like, you know, crisscrossing things. Like I have this one here, you know, do something like this. keep repeating the same pattern. And then I would definitely, like, you know, as many as you want, you know, scrunch it up like this, you know, and then I would, once I use my pipe cleaner to tie this around, I would tie this right in the center like this, and then tie it in the back with the pipe cleaner, and then that same pipe cleaner you can use to attach it to your lantern. Basically, that is all we're doing. Okay, friends, here it is. Here it is. I just glued a little pumpkin in the center there, and then I wanted to show you really quickly. I just simply tied it around the loop. See, it's just around the loop right there. So I thought this looked cute. I just have to, you know, tweak it a little, mess with the bow and make it look a lot neater, but that's an option. And then I left this one alone, just like that. I actually like it just like this. So there's that one, but I really like this color here. And unfortunately, it doesn't, the can, I didn't see a color on there. It's just something that we've had for a long time in our stash. And, but yeah, that's this project here. Now let's move on to the next project. So for the next project, I have this faux leather that I picked up at Dollar Tree. And then this little piggy that I picked up at Dollar Tree as well. And I've had him here, and I'm now just getting to this. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to make like sweet bread for my ofrenda. So we have a bread that's called marranito or puerquito, and it's kind of like our version of gingerbread, similar. But anyways, it's in the shape of a little piggy, and I saw this, and that's exactly what I thought about when I seen it, that I wanted to put this in my ofrenda. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and grab the leather, and it's in a brown color. You're also going to need scissors and maybe an X-Acto knife and a pen and some craft glue. I have this big old thing of craft glue. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do, let me move this stuff out the way here, is I'm going to take this off here. I don't need this anymore. I'm going to grab my piece of fake leather here, my faux leather, and I'm just going to go around and outline it like this. Oh, I forgot before I do this. Oh, I forgot about that. Okay, I was going to snip off the tail. Let me show you guys. I'm just going to cut it out. Just really simple with the scissors. See, it just comes right off because we don't use that little tail. All right, just like this. And then we're going to cut this out, and I'm going to cut right on the line. Maybe even inside the line if you want to cut, because you're going to have extra. If you cut it outside of the line, you're going to have an excess amount of it, unless you want to cut it maybe a little bit bigger, and then that way you can kind of fold it over. I actually want it to fit right on, so I'm going to cut this right on the line. So here it is. I already cut it out. Now, if you don't want to use this leather, this faux leather from Dollar Tree, you can use felt, or you can use paint and just paint this if you wanted to. But I just like the texture of this. So I'm gonna, once I've cut it out, and remember that when you trace it, it's going to be the opposite way. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some white glue, just white, regular cold school white glue, put it on here, and then you just put this on here like this. I'm not going to do this right now because I don't want to get it all over the place, but that's what you're going to do with it. And then it should look like this. See, this one's already on there. It should look like this. I had cut this one a little too large, so I just went around with the scissors, and then I went in with the X-Acto knife to get the little areas in here. But if you cut in the inside of the outline, it will fit right on. So you won't need this. So then what I'm going to do is I want to add color to it, you know, at the edges, to make it look like the edges are nice and like burnt, almost not burnt, but like a little done, well done, you know. So I want to give it some character, some depth. So I'm going to go ahead and use some of this melted chocolate, and as you guys can see, I have it upside down because I have a little bit in here, but I'm going to just put a little bit onto my sponge brush here. Just a little bit, And then I'm gonna try to dab off some of this off of there, and then I'm just gonna hit the edges with it. You can make it your own. You can make it however you want. This is how I'm making mine. And then I'm just gonna put this in my altar. I made some last year of these. I just printed out the image. I looked for an image of the puerquito. I used some brown foam and I cut them out of that. And that's all I did to it, is just cutting the brown foam, and that's it. And so you can do that as well. But I like these because they're bigger. Here are the little piggies. They're all dry now. And if you wanted to add maybe some more detail, you can do so. You can add glitter to them. I mean, these are just going to be for my ofrenda. I used this marker here. I think I got this one at Dollar Tree as well. And I just went around the edges to, you know, just kind of give it a little color in the edges. And then I went over a little bit, and then I just, with my finger, I just smeared some of to give it like a shadow effect. But that's my marranito. So cute. Very simple. So simple, guys. These DIYs are very simple. Now let's move on to our Dia de los Muertos Marigold wreath. For this DIY, you are going to need some regular white glue. I found my small glue. And then I'm going to use some of these bamboo skewers that I got at Dollar Tree. This is actually, everything is from Dollar Tree. So this is from Dollar Tree, the glue, the sticks, the skewers are from Dollar Tree, and so are these streamers. Now Dollar Tree used to sell the streamers in like this in a 2-pack, but now they sell it like this. So we're going to be using these streamers. We're also going to use a wreath. Now this one I got at the 99-cent store, gosh, a few years ago, and I've had it there for a while. So Dollar Tree also sells these styrofoam wreaths. They sell them in, I think, green. And then I may add some fairy lights. These are from Dollar Tree as well as the batteries. Pretty much everything, you know, I already had here except for this one. I had to go buy yellow. But what we're going to do is we're going to make our own marigolds out of the crepe paper like this. And see, this is what it looks like. And then I leave a little piece of the skewer so I can stab it in there. And I might have to cut it down a little. And you may need some wire cutters to cut your skewers. Marigolds usually come in almost like a burgundy color. They come in the orange and in the yellow. And then sometimes you see them, it's a mix of the yellow and orange. They're so pretty. They don't have black in them, but I added black in mine. That's what I wanted to do with mine. And I also did a black marigold. So that's just what I wanted to do with mine. And I will show you how I make this double one here. So I'm just going to show you how to do one of these marigolds because I have to do a few of these. I already have some done here. And I'm going to go ahead and show you how we make the marigold with the crepe paper. The first thing that you're going to do is you're going to cut a strand of crepe paper, and you can cut as long as you want your crepe paper to be or your streamer to be. I don't measure, so I just cut this big old strip here of the crepe paper. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab both ends. Here's the one end, and then here's this end here. Then I'm going to put these two ends together like this. And then, so now that I have it all folded in half, my crepe paper, I'm going to grab this end and the other end here, the other two end right here. And then I'm just going to line them up together right here like this. And then give it another fold like that. And then again, grab that end and this end and fold it again like this. You're just folding it in half and then in half and then in half. And then one more time. And again, I didn't measure, friends. I'm just showing you how I'm making mine. You can measure yours. But it just depends on how big you want your marigolds. We're folding it again one more time. And then that's right there. See how we have this piece here? So I folded this a few times. And now what we're going to do is we're going to grab our scissors. We're not going to cut all the way through. You see the fold here like this? We're just going to go right in there in between all those folds right here. And I'm just going to do a little slit I'm gonna show you guys just a tiny little slit right there. See, just like that. And then I'm gonna turn it around and I'm just gonna make a bunch of little slits. I'm not going all the way across. I'm just doing a bunch of little slits like this. Before we get here, you want to do the same thing on this side with the slits. You see right here, I have a few different slits right there. I'm trying to make sure, there we go. Okay, so I slit these guys as well. Okay, so then I'm just gonna continue to do my little slits here. And I'm just making a bunch of little slits. I'm not measuring, friends. I'm just, you know, making the little slits, as you can see. And then now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab one end here like this, and I'm gonna add a little bit of white glue to the tip of my skewer here, just a little bit. And then on the parts that's not slit, right here, the bottom part, you're gonna add your stick right there, because you want the parts that are like slit open like this, you want it at the top. And then I'm just going to gently twirl this on there onto the stick like this, as you can see. So you're going to continue to roll this up, your crepe paper, until it's completely like this, okay? You don't want it too loose or too tight. This took me a little bit of trial and error, because as you can see, this one right here is a little loose. So I just kind of, whoops, there goes that one flying. I have to basically like kind of scrunch it down like this, but you want to make sure that it's not really loose, but again, you don't want it really tight. So you're just going to just keep on rolling it, rolling it, rolling it, rolling it until you get that whole piece of crepe paper onto your skewer. All right, so now once that you get to the end here, you're going to add a little bit of glue to your crepe paper down here. And then you're just going to close this off just like that. Okay, just like that. And then you're going to set that aside to dry. I'm going to use actually wire cutters to snip my, and I'm going to go shorter on this guy. There we go. The little skewer, so I can stick it into my foam wreath. When you do two of them at the same time, two colors, like a multicolor like this one, I believe I took some video of when I was doing one of these guys, so I'll go ahead and insert that now so you guys can see how to do this one. And this one is not hard at all. I would not use as much as you would like for one flower, because you have two like pieces of crepe paper here. So don't make this one as long of a piece, because you do have two crepe papers and it will become really big and bulky, unless that's what you want. But the size of your marigolds is going to be up to you, however big you want yours to be. But let me show you. Well, this one's still a little wet, but I'm going to show you how once it dries, you just basically start to fold down your flower, and you can come down lower with the slits as well. And then you just kind of gently pull down the petals. I'm trying to be very careful because I don't want, this is still wet. And then, you know, you have a little marigold just like this. And see, I'm doing different colors because I want my wreath to be very colorful. So once you do that, if you wanted to, you know what, I might even just add some of this crepe paper around here because I don't want to show the white here. So I'll probably just go around with my crepe paper and just cover this. So now what you want to do is you want to start placing your flowers. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to do kind of like a little peak here. You can add glue to this too. If you wanted to add hot glue, you can. I am just going to start putting my flowers just in there, and then I'm just going to alternate them. If it gets like, see how this one was kind of, I made this one a little too loose, and this is all just trial and error, friends, just trying to learn how to do your stuff. I'm gonna grab a piece of tape, and I'm just going to try to kind of tape that down so it doesn't go falling off everywhere. And then I'll just stick it right in, and then just start alternating where you want your flowers to go. Oh my Lord. I pushed a little too hard. So I'm gonna go ahead and just wrap this around again to keep it on there. And yeah, that's I'm telling you. But basically, you're gonna just add your flowers all the way around. Please do not press hard like I just did. As you guys saw, I broke my wreath here, but it's okay. It's fixable. I'm gonna go ahead around with the crepe paper, and then I'm just gonna start sticking flowers in and just doing whatever pattern you want to do. So this is what it's looking like so far. And as you guys can see, I did this double one here. So I just pressing very lightly, and I'm gonna do the top here. Well, actually, yeah, I'm just doing the front right here, but you can do the inside as well. Another row in here. And then if you wanted to do the top, you could do the top as well. Another row up here as well. And then fill it up. You're probably going to need more than one roll of this. Maybe getting a couple of rolls of each. Maybe, I don't know, depending on how many flowers you want and how big your flowers are coming out. Actually, I didn't really need this black crepe paper around here, but I did it anyways. I just wanted to have it on there. I'm going to continue to do this, and then when you're done, if you wanted to add some fairy lights, you can just go in and out with the fairy lights if you wanted to do something like that. But I'm going to finish this and then I'll be right back. All right, so here it is, friends. As you can see, it's not perfect. It's just something for fun. And I just interweaved in here the lights. And then if you wanted to, you can, the battery pack, you can glue it in the back or zip tie it, however you want to do that. But I did the inside and the front of the wreath, but I didn't have enough to do this whole part on the top part of it. So that's okay. I'm okay with that. It's just, you know, I didn't want to go buy some more crepe paper and then have a whole bunch of crepe paper that's extra. But this is what this looks like. And then here are my little piggies that I'm going to go put in my ofrenda. And then here are these little lights. So that was my easy DIYs. Very, very simple. I'm going to put these in my ofrenda and then I'll show you where I place them. So here it is in my altar. I wanted to do something in this area, and I wanted to do some coffee filter marigolds, because you can also do that, but I couldn't find any orange Rit dye, and I went to several stores, even my supermarkets. So that's why I decided to do them with the crepe paper, and I just did something fun. It's not a traditional, the marigolds are a traditional flower for our altars, but the way I made them are not very traditional. They're just fun, and I just put it on one of these wreath stands, and I just put the battery pack back there like that. And that's what I did with that. My altar is not ready to be seen because I still need to put some pictures in frames and stuff, and finish up putting candles and stuff. But anyways, let me show you guys the marranitos where I put them at. Here are my marranitos. I just placed them on here like this. I made these with foam, and I like the way these look too. These DIYs are so easy. I wanted to do something really easy, and with stuff that I already own here at home, the only thing I had to run and go buy was the yellow crepe paper. But other than that, I had everything here at home. So look through your stuff, find things to make. Believe me, with right now inflation and everything's so expensive, I'm sure if you look around in your home, you have things that you can actually do DIYs with. So I want to thank you for watching, friends, and I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, friends.